I'm Christine Figueroa. This is my entry for being a finalist for the Beechnut casting call. Um, so I was asked to answer 3 questions on video, and the first one was, how does this being my first Mother's Day make me feel? And I think I obviously feel very happy, but I feel like Mother's Day is a day that I've celebrated for 27 years for my own mother in appreciation for everything that she did for myself and my siblings every day. And she just gives so much of herself. And I always thought I appreciated that. But now that I'm a mother, I realize just how appreciated we should be. I mean, it's just so much work that we do out of our hearts, and we put everything that we have into this job. And being a mom is not just a title, and it's something that I'm happy is there's a whole day dedicated to it, and now I'm one of those people that gets to celebrate that day. I'm a mom, and it's still new, even though I've been a mom for 5 months, and I can't wait for all the future Mother's Days where I can get little chicken scratch writing, Mother's Day cards, and get the little potted plants that I used to get my mom from school, this little table that they used to have where you could get your mom something for Mother's Day, and it would be like #1 mom. See, I can't wait for those, but this is my first one. It's the most special one. It's the one I'll never forget, and I'm very excited about it. And the second question was, tell us about your relationship with your mom. My relationship with my mother had always been, I don't want to say rocky, but I am the baby in my family, so I was the last born, and I was also the more rebellious one. My mother had a very difficult pregnancy with me, so I always blamed her overprotectiveness of myself on the pregnancy. And just throughout my whole life, I always thought she was just telling me what to do, and just thinking about herself, and didn't matter what I wanted. But meanwhile, now that I've become a mother, I've come to realize that it wasn't because she had a difficult pregnancy with me. She could have had the perfect pregnancy with me, but she wasn't being overprotective like I thought. She was just being protective. She was being my mom. And sorry. I couldn't appreciate one person more in my life, especially now. Us as girls, we go through these stages where, we're little and we need our moms for everything. And then we grow into these teens where we feel like we don't need them at all. And we know everything, and we become these independent, rebellious individuals. And it isn't until we grow into women that we really learn to appreciate how much our mothers mean to us. And I just really want her to know, because I know that my mom has always thought that, she's really shown me the importance of family, and I just really appreciate all of her advice and her wisdom and all the knowledge that she has taught me, and she's always stood by me. But more than ever, I feel like. And that's amazing to me. What's something you learned from your mom that you want to do with your own child? Wow. That's a loaded question. There's so much that my mother has taught me. She raised me. So, but I honestly think I want to say my faith is something that I definitely need to credit my mother for. Um, there were times where I felt like it was being pushed on me. But she always taught me about God, and when I say being pushed on me, I mean the practicing of my religion, which I'm Catholic. Um, and like I said, once I got into like my teen years, when I was a kid, I had to go to church. I had to do, and my mother's a very, very strict churchgoer. So she will go every Sunday, and she will even go 8 a.m. during the week. So she always wanted me to go. When I was a kid, I had to go with her. But once I turned into a teenager, and I was old enough to make my own decisions, I stopped going. I never veered from my faith. I've always considered myself to be very spiritual. But before I had my daughter, I could not remember the last time I had gone to church on a Sunday that was not a holiday, because I would still go on Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter, but I wouldn't go every Sunday. So that really only leaves like going to church 4 Sundays a year. And until I had my daughter, I realized just how important it is for her to have that faith, and for how important it is for her to believe in God, because I've come to realize that as I've gotten older, my faith has gotten me through a lot. And knowing that there's someone I can pray to, and going to church, it's very easy to forget the peaceful feeling that you feel on a Sunday after attending Mass. And I've recently gone back to church, and I just feel the importance of it that my mother tried to teach me all these years. And it's something that I want Amelia to know about too. And I'm doing my best. My mother has given me my children's Bibles that I used to have, that have all children's stories from the Bible in child layman's language, I guess you could call it. And it's something that I appreciate so much, that my mother has taught me so much about, and I fully plan on passing that knowledge on to my own daughter, because I feel it's very important for her to know about God and the higher power and our religion. When she's older, she can make her own choice whether she wants to continue to follow this religion or maybe explore other religions, but I want her to have a foundation of faith, definitely. I think those were the only 3 questions. Thank you very much for considering me. I am very interested in this project, and I hope you choose me.